So, when he first mentioned that you should play him, were you in his presence at that time?
No, I wasn't.
You
But
just
I was in South Africa at the time.
And when did you first meet him?
I met him right after he'd left the presidency. Yeah, Anand Singh arranged
the
it.
film producer who made this movie.
Yeah. Well, he didn't make this one. He had the rights to Long Walk to Freedom.
That's right.
And so he was, of course, orchestrating all of my meetings with Madiba. So I told him, well, okay, now...
Madiba's what Mandela's
that was his tribal name.
Friends, right?
Yeah. And everybody in South Africa calls him that, and everybody who knows him well calls him that, so I'm sorry. Anyway, I told Anand that I needed to get to him, and he organized a meeting. I told Madiba, I need to be able to see you as often as I can, to get close and hold your hand. And he said, of course, you know. And we did. Over the years, I saw him all around the world, and we would sit and talk, or I'd just watch him and learn him.
What did you see?
The basic thing that you need in order to play a living human being, I think, is what goes on inside, how much energy is needed to be that person. And with Mandela, it's a very low energy ebb. Right. He's very quiet. Inside, he's quiet. I learned that. He's commanding. He has a most commanding presence without being lordly. He doesn't walk into a room as Nelson Mandela. He walks into a room as Madiba, as Nelson. He doesn't take the room gives itself. It's a quality he's always had, I think. When he first got into Robben Island, and they issued short pants to everybody except to Kathy. There was Ahmed Kathrada, the one Indian among them. Kathy rejected his long pants, and Madiba said, no, put them on. We're all going to have long pants. And then he said to himself, they're going to call me Mister. How did he do that? So he hears that a guard's child is sick. The guard comes to work and he says, good morning, how is your baby? Is she all right today? Things like that. Yeah. You know, he doesn't feel like the big success that we all hold him up as. He thinks of himself personally, deep inside, as a failure because of his family life. He couldn't do both.
South Africa became his family.
Yeah. And so his obligations to his village, to Winnie, to his son, to Zenzi, that it weighs on him today. And it infuses his being with a sadness.
The poem. From William Ernest Tenley.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That poem was his favorite poem. And as he explains to Pinar one time, when he lost courage, when he felt like just giving up, just lie down and not get up again, he would recite it. And it would give him what he needed to keep going.
Can you recite it? If you can't, there are some words.
Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole. I learned it when I was in school.
Yeah. Did you really?
Yeah. I think whatever God there may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of fate, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the shadow of the shade. Yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me, unafraid.
God.
Matters not how strait the gate, how punishment charged the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
This is a magical moment in the history of this show to hear you do that.
Wow. Thank you.
And he had it, and he memorized it, and it was his anchor.
Yeah, yeah.
When the winds were at their worst.
Yeah, yeah.
Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of fate, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade. And yet the menace of the years binds and shall bind me, unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate.